All right, in this lesson, we're going to be looking at lesson 7.8, ordered pairs. Now, ordered pairs are numbers that represent a point within a coordinate plane. So let's talk about what a coordinate plane is. So a coordinate plane is when you have two perpendicular number lines that intersect. Now, perpendicular, let's break down what that means. Perpendicular is when you have a line that meets another at a 90-degree angle. So one number line has numbers along the horizontal axis, that's x, and then we have the other on y, and that's our vertical. So the point where the two axes intersect is the origin. So that point right here down in the middle of where these two lines meet is the origin because it's where both axes originate from, the origin. So you can see all of this over here. So let's break down our ordered pairs then. So name the ordered pair for the location of Amy's house. So identify it first. Amy's house is this point right here. So an ordered pair then is a pair of numbers that is used to name a point within a coordinate plane. And just like we would say the alphabet in alphabetical order, ordered pairs follow that same alphabetical order, where we have x, comma, y. So the x-coordinate corresponds to the number on the x-axis. So for this, we see 3. And then for the y-coordinate, we see where it represents, or let's not make it that large, makes it represent or corresponds to the number on the y-axis. So the y-axis is, again, the vertical one. And then we have our x-axis, and that is the horizontal. So x and y to the sky. So we're going to start at the origin because that's where we originate from. So 0, 0. So the origin is at 0 on the x and 0 on the y. And we're going to move along the x-axis until we get underneath Amy's house. So we are going 1, 2, 3 steps, and we then are at 3. So the x-coordinate is 3. Then we're going to move up to get to Amy's house, where that point is. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the y coordinate is 5. And we could identify where that matches at 3 here for our x, and then it matches at the 5, which is the y. So Amy's house is located at the ordered pair 3, comma 5. And we always write ordered pairs in parentheses, x, comma, y, and they are in parentheses. There's a comma between them too, because if I don't have that comma and I just wrote 3, 5, that looks like 35, which would then definitely get things really confusing if we also add in our orders of operation or any other kind of number. So, or any kind of expression. So let's do another example here. So again, we're going to name the point of the ordered pair that's at 2, comma 3. So again, I start at the origin, which is 0, 0, right? That's where we're starting from. And then we are going to move to the right twice. So that means our x coordinate is 2. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, which is at our y coordinate. So point D is named by the ordered pair 2, comma 3. Let's do another. So locate and name the ordered pair for point A. All right, well, the x-coordinate of the ordered pair for A, I found, let's first find A. So A is right here. I'm going to identify, well, I see it's at 2 for my x, and it's at 1 for my y. So the x-coordinate is, oh, I'm about to write x. The x-coordinate is 2, the y-coordinate is 1, so we would write that as 2, comma 1. Name the ordered pair found at 4, comma 3. So I'm at 4, and I'm going to look up 4, and I see 3 right here, so that's B. So I'm going to move 4 units to the right, and then I'm going to move 3 units up. So point B is the name of the ordered pair at 4, 3. All right, so let's go through some of this practice here. We're going to locate and name the ordered pair for where A is. So our first. All right, sorry, I had a phone call if you didn't hear the phone ring in the back, so we're back at this. So we're going to locate the ordered pair A, which I find right here. So I'm going to identify, looking down below it, that it is at 3 for my X. So I'm going to write parenthesis 3, and then I'm going to look to its side where it's along the Y-axis at 4. So it's at ordered pair 3, 4. Again, remember that ordered pairs are X, comma, Y, and I'm going to put them in parentheses. All right, so let's do another one. Number 4, R. So we're going to identify R is at, let's look down below. We see it's at 5, and then it's at 5 on a Y, so it would be 5, comma, 5. For J, I see it right here, so I'm going to look down. Again, oh, it's at 5. But it's just 1 down low. So if I started at R and I dropped 1, then I would be at 4, so 5, 4. If I'm looking for E, oh, this one's going to be a good example where my my X is at 3, but did I go up any? No, it's still at 0 here, so this would be 3, 0, and that's doable. So for Q, let's find Q. Q's way up here. So I'm going to look and it's at 1. So I start at my origin, it's at 1, and then it's all the way to the top. Well, there's no number up here. So what number would be the next line above 7? Well, that would be 8. So it's going to be 1, 8. And then for N, N is down here. Oh, it's exactly where I start. And so that'd be 0, 0, which another name for it would be the origin. Locate the name of each point at 2, 2. So if I'm going to find 2, 2, I'm going to erase all of these marks so we can make it a little bit easier to identify. So 2, and I'm going to look up at 2, so that would be L. For 0, 3, so 0, and I go up 3, so that would be H. For 1, 5, I'm going to look at 1, and I look up here to 5, so that would be G. And 6, 7, so I'm at 6, and I look all the way up here at 7, so that would be M. And then 4, 8, and at 4, and I go all the way up, and that would be up here, so that would be point P. And then number 14, 7, 0, so 7, I'm not going up any, so that would be C. All right, so let's keep on going if you need more help. Otherwise, jump ahead to the practice problems, but I'm going to keep going through here at our problem solving of these story problems. If you feel confident, go ahead and move on. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. If you need any more help, I'll still be here. So let's look at our problem solving. What is located at 7, 3? I want to identify 7, and I go 1, 2, 3 up, and we see the swings. And then let's write an ordered pair for the sandbox. So we identify where the sandbox is. That is at 1 point above our x-axis. So that is 7, 1. Suppose the x-coordinate of the water fountain, so we need to find the water fountain, was moved 1 unit right. So we're moving it once over. So what would the new ordered pair? Well, that would be 2, 1. If the y-coordinate of the slide, so identify the slide, was moved 2 units up, what would the new ordered pair be? So if it's 1, 2 up, I'm now still at my x-axis. My x-coordinate is 3, but going up 2, I'm at 3, 5. Cam identified a point that was 4 units above the origin and 8 units to the right. So 4 units above, so I'm at 4, the origin, and 8 units to the right. What's the ordered pair? Well, that'd be 8, 4. Suppose point 6, 5, so identify 6, 5, and we're going to move it. So I'm going to move it 3 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3, and 2 units down. 1, 2. Oh, well, that's where the slide is. We're at that new ordered pair. Well, that slide was at 3, comma 3. Name the ordered pair whose x-coordinate and y-coordinate are each located on an axis. Well, for a point on the y-axis to be also on an x-axis, the only one would be the origin, which is 0, comma 0. How is the location of a point on a grid described? Well, we first identify that we write them as x, comma y, because it's all based on described by using the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. And this gives us a specific location on the coordinate plane. A specific location on a coordinate plane. All right, so go ahead, move on into the homework practice page here, 529. We'll check on this tomorrow as well, but if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, this is 7.8, all about ordered pairs.